Chattisfying.
My question for you then would be, when does it become more important for you to beat your time than to enjoy the game as quickly as possible?
I think that's the $1,000,000 question, though, isn't it?
Yeah, because definitely at some point, I mean, I have found myself in like a situation where I'm like, oh, I really need to like, like you tend to set these goals for yourself, I suppose, when speedrunning. Like the optimal time at some point, right? People have played it and you've played it and you realize you make some mistakes here and there, usually due to programs like LiveSplit or whatnot, like any other relative ones. You know what your possible best time is, and so because of that, it's very easy to get yourself get led by the fact that, oh, I could save up to 15 seconds on this section if I just get this one section right and then do everything else right. I have a new record. It's very easy to get into that, and from time to time, I do let that drive me. It sometimes I just feel like because I'm either it's because it allows me to get to first place or whatnot, or I beat my rival or something along those lines. Rivalries definitely fuel the will to play. But I do feel like it's like there needs to still be some sort of enjoyment. In terms of like the game itself providing it, I don't think it's necessarily that first time playing that type of enjoyment. That isn't really the enjoyment that I get out of it. It's more like like perfecting these levels. I feel like Super Cable Boy is a great example due to the fact that these levels are not that long. In general, I'd say like not until like the final world, you can beat a level between like 5 and 15 seconds. Right. And you're done. And so because of that, because these levels are pretty short, it is amazingly well crafted in a way to just ask you to optimize this, right? Maybe I use this wall to jump over here and then slide under here, or perhaps I do it completely different. I go under and over, and you tweak away and you chip away at just figuring out some form of faster movement. And it becomes more that. It becomes more like initially puzzle solving and figuring out, okay, what is best. And then it comes to execution and really like, like getting to the mastery of the game itself. It's still, like the game itself, playing it casually is still fun, though, I might gravitate to knowing what I know from the speedrunning side of things. But it's it just becomes different. It's just a different perspective. And at some point I'm like, okay, the challenge is gone, or like this is just getting too repetitive, which might happen because I don't know, there's some like one trick or one level that just does not click, does not mesh, or is very inconsistent is one of the words that is used a lot. It just, I'm like, yeah, no, I'm good. I'm done with it. I have tried like many other games and trying to get into speedrunning of it, and I get turned off because of it. But when I do stick with a game, I do find like that challenge period for me at least is like 6 months, and then after those 6 months, I'm like, all right, time for a new one.
Yeah.
Chattisfied.